Thank you, Deputy Speaker. My adjournment matter is for the Minister for Roads and Road Safety, and the action I seek is for the Minister to provide an update on the ongoing actions the Victorian Labor Government is continuing to pursue to make our local road and transport corridors safer for vulnerable road users across Pascoe Vale, including the Boundary Road Corridor. Speaker, the Boundary Road Corridor is a key east-west state corridor across the north of my electorate. It connects locals through Pascoe Vale North, Pascoe Vale, North Coburg, Merlynston to work, learning, shops, services and homes, connecting locals from Pascoe Street shops to the west, including the George Jones Cafe, Augustus Glut, Gelateria, through to the local schools of Pascoe Vale Girls Secondary School, Westbreen Primary School, through to Pascoe Vale Gardens Retirement Village for our elderly, Boundary Road shops where the Westbreen Florist is, our sporting and recreation spaces at Hallam Reserve, through to the Northern Golf Course at one end and John Faulkner Cemetery at the other, Merlynston Station, Faulkner Station, the Upfield Rail Corridor, Faulkner Police Station and the Sydney Road Hume Highway Corridor. However, since being elected, an increasing number of locals have continued to contact me raising concerns and calling for new measures to help make the corridor safer. I'll get the names in a second. The Department of Transport of Planning holistic review of the boundary corridor with a view to considering and implementing the range of local views and priorities, including greater provision for cyclists, pedestrians and vulnerable road users, reducing the standard variable speed limit from 60 kilometres to 50 kilometres and expanding the 40-kilometre school speed zone to better protect Westbreen and Pascoe Vale girls students, as well as an extension to also help better protect the Pascoe Gardens elderly residents, targeted measures at the corridor's key intersections, including at West Street, Pascoe Street and Lake Avenue intersection to better protect, as I said, the school students, to calm traffic, support safer vehicle turns and better protect families and pedestrians. And local resident who lives on the corner there, Royce Shahid, is a particular advocate, as is the Westbreen school community. The Cumberland Road intersection, including through the narrower northern portion of Cumberland Road, where there is a bottleneck towards the intersection, and local parents James and Tamara have particularly strongly advocated for reform there. The Landals Road intersection to better protect users at Hallam Reserve and St Oliver Plunkett's Primary School and Pascoe Gardens too. A dedicated new pedestrian crossing for residents at Pascoe Gardens to safely cross through this portion of Boundary Road at Hallam Landals area. The notorious Derby Street Boundary Road intersection, which many locals continue to call for a redesign, signalisation of slower speeds through an expanded pedestrian crossing and island. The hazardous Sussex Street intersection. I recently had the pleasure to meet with Councillor Chris Miles and local resident advocate Natasha Jovic, who recently collected 1,200 signatures through a local petition calling for DTP to assess and develop options to reconfigure an intersection, including the provision of a dedicated right turn lane for westbound vehicles turning into Sussex Street north towards Hadfield. This is intended to address an identified crash pattern involving through movements from the left turn lane, Boundary Road east leg. Locals further would also welcome the removal of the level crossing at Boundary Road for the upfield line, better bus stops and services along the corridor too, and more protections for vulnerable road users, cyclists and pedestrians across each and every one of those intersections. I welcome the Minister to come and visit and meet with these residents too.
Member for Gippsland East.